Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my first harvest of beans. Do you see these bush beans? They are going absolutely crazy and there's some really big beans on these bushes, so I'm very excited. I have not grown green beans since I think I was 4 or 5 years old. I absolutely have no idea why, because I love green beans and I just have not incorporated them the last few years. So it's gonna be a treasure hunt to go through these green beans, but I'm pretty excited, so let's go ahead and harvest. So that is going to be my first harvest of beans this year, but I do have like a ton more beans that are just about half that size. Then we also have all these little babies and then also flowers as well. So I should be getting quite a few harvests off of these beans here. And then I have all these other plants that I started a few weeks ago. There are a few gaps again. I replanted a few more that ended up just not coming up as good. You can see there's one starting right there. Pretty excited about beans this year. Definitely going to be making these ones for dinner. The next thing that I want to do in the garden is get these little pots filled with some of my compost dirt pile I have back here, because I'm about to prune off some suckers from my tomato plants and get those planted. If you didn't know that you could plant those and that they will turn into their own tomato plants, well, that's what we're going to do today. I decided that there is probably a good chance that I'll be able to plant more tomatoes out in the second half of the year. So I'm going to go ahead and get a head start on that. So if you already have existing tomato plants, this is something that you can do as well. I have Roma tomato plants, which are a determinate variety. They're a bush variety, so they'll only get a certain height and then they'll stop producing. So that's one reason why I am going to go ahead and do this today. If you have like a beefsteak variety or something like that, you can just look up the variety that you have and you can see if it's indeterminate or determinate. Indeterminate means that it just continuously grows and blooms throughout the year. Indeterminate means that once it's done, it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and prune off some of those suckers and show you guys how I do that. As I was filming that clip, I realized I've never shown you guys the compost pile we made like 3 weeks ago. We're just getting started with our own compost, but I'm officially excited to have a spot. I've only been wanting one for a few years, and here we go. This is a compost pile that we bought at the beginning of the year. We just got it trucked in. We've done this the last 3 years. It's really cheap and easy, and if you want a deal on good compost, do this. Don't buy bag dirt. All right, so if you are unfamiliar with the term sucker, this little branch coming out right here from this little armpit, this right here is a sucker. So this is what we are going to be pruning off. Trick on this is just make sure you have a deep enough hole, and then you want to bury as much down as you possibly can, because if you can see here, all these little hairs, these will create roots. I'm going to leave you guys on something that doesn't deal with my garden, but also show you the beautiful Kansas countryside. We live in a city in Kansas, so we don't really get to fly our drone that often, but we are going to go ahead and drive to the country and fly the drone just for fun, because we haven't really had the chance to do it much, and it's something we want to do more often. So I hope you guys enjoy some drone footage of the Kansas countryside, where I hope to live one day. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy. you.